Hi YouTubers, this is me again, and this is just a simple little vlog that I'm going to be doing, just updating you what's been going on, because I've been kind of off the record for a couple weeks now. Yeah, I've had an interesting few weeks recently, starting, I kind of kept you guys updated on my home situation, mostly. My first big change this year came about, I don't know, about March, April, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in that time frame. I can get the exact date, but I'm not even gonna start it right now. But yeah, this year's been rough. This year's been full of a lot of big changes. First being that my dad sold the house that I've lived in for close to, well, my whole life. So I was um it was very crowded, and my cat was not happy. You saw him in my last tarot video. When he came and had a visit. But that's what I was living with for about 4 months, up until about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was living in a very small apartment at that point, and it was just so crowded. I couldn't fit all my things in there. It was a mess. It was not a good place to be in for those 4 months. And then my dad decided to buy my sister a house. So he bought her a four bedroom house with a guest house attached. Not attached, but on the property there's a guest house, which is what I'm staying in right now. It's pretty empty right now, because I don't have any furniture. I don't even have a bed at this point. I've just got pillows on the floor, basically hardwood floors, all the way through. It's a very nice house. But yeah, that's had some big changes in that forum. But also big changes in other ways as well. Not so great changes. My mom and dad moved away to Palm Springs, 8 hours away, and my mom is not doing very well health-wise. She hasn't been doing very well for close to 15 years. She's diabetic. She doesn't manage it very well. She's got a lot of issues. She's half blind. Can't really walk right now. She's an amputee of some of her toes. She doesn't have great balance. And she's also diabetic, and she's got liver and kidney issues, as well as heart issues. So she's not doing too well. Well, she hasn't been doing very well for the last 15 years, but a tradition, and I say this very loosely, not necessarily a good tradition to be holding, but a tradition that she tends to have, or at least the way we view it, is that every single year around Christmas she ends up either in the hospital or very close to being committed to the hospital and nearly dying. And she held up the tradition this year. She actually made up for last year's lack of anything happening during the holidays by during the day or two before my birthday. She decided to go. This is around February that she was doing this particular stunt. She went basically. We went to dinner for my niece's birthday. She's born a couple days before I am, so we went to dinner celebrating her birthday. And then the next couple days she would be celebrating my birthday. The next couple days. That's how we usually do it. Well, she decided the day before my birthday, she decided to take the car, and remember, she's blind and partially amputated, so it's not something, she doesn't have a license, she's not registered, it's illegal for her to drive, and it's not safe. She decides to take the car and drive to Kanab, Utah from San Jose. And, so, without telling anybody. So she gets up in the middle of the night and basically goes. My dad comes in the morning and says, you didn't take your mom anywhere. And he says, and I said, nope, I didn't take her anywhere, because she's not here. And he's like, well, the car's gone, and so is your mother. And we called the police eventually, but for about 3 or 4 days, we had no idea whether or not she was alive or dead. And the police eventually found her. She was about maybe a mile or two away from her mother's house in Kanab, Utah. And she'd accidentally got into a ditch, and that's how they found her. So she made it from San Jose to Utah in about a 4-day period. And basically her plan was to commit suicide at that point. So we got her back, and then 3 or 4 months later, my dad moves her to, it's like 2 months later, after that, he decides to sell the house and move to Kanab. Move down to Palm Springs. So, trying to, I don't know what exactly he was trying to do, but that's what's going on during that point. Then I moved in with my sister, and now we're moved into this new house, and it's been interesting because about a week before Christmas, I was going on a plane. I hate planes, by the way. I nearly go into panic attacks every time I go on one. Gotta move, because I'm not very comfortable right here. But, yeah, that's basically my Christmas, is doing things I really, really, really didn't want to do. And then, on top of that, I have to move again to a new place. It's a better situation here, I hope. Because I've got the whole guest house to myself. It's basically a big old bedroom, a living room space, kitchen space, and 2 or 3 closets that I can use. So it's nice, and my cat's here with me. The only there are a couple issues with the guest house. I'm not saying that I'm ungrateful for the chance to have my own space, but there are a couple issues. The big one, well, one of the big ones, is that there's no heater here. Yeah, it's middle of December, kind of cold, you kind of want a heater. But yeah, there's no heater here, and so I had to go out and buy a radiator heater to warm, basically. It warms up my bedroom really well, but as soon as I turn it off, it's like freezing cold again. So that leads on to the second problem, that it's not insulated very well, and the windows are not double pane windows. They don't hold in heat very well. So it's pretty cold right now. I've got lots of blankets on the floors, kind of trying to keep the heat in and things like that, and my bedroom is pretty comfortable right now. But the second part of the problem is that I don't have gas, I don't have a stove, so I have to go to the main house to do all my cooking and stuff, which isn't that big a problem. But the kitchen sink isn't connected, and it was brought to my attention that that pipe, even if I'm not using it, or if it's not being used, or if it's not usable, it still needs to be closed up. because there is something, what did my dad call it? Sewer gas or something that comes up through the pipes, and that basically the U-band pipe helps keep that in. So I need to put a U-band pipe in there, otherwise I'm going to have sewer gas leaking in my house, and that's very flammable and also very dangerous to breathe over long periods. So I'm getting that fixed. So don't worry, I'm not going to be blowing myself up, but it's an interesting situation. I've got my own space, but it's cold and I need to get furniture, but that's going to be solved in a few weeks anyway. I've got some people that are giving me bookshelves, couches, and a new bed frame and new mattress, so I'll get those fixed. But yeah, so I've been going through a lot of stuff recently, and that's kind of why I've been out of the loop recently with my my tarot card readings and things like that. I've just been tired. I've been out fixing things. I've been moving. I've been visiting my mom on her supposed deathbed. There's been a lot of crap going on. let's put that out there. It's just been a lot of crap going on. So I just wanted to keep you guys updated. I don't think a lot of you listen to my vlog very much, but for those of you that do, and for those of you that are wondering what's going on with my my kind of being kind of quiet on the YouTube front, that's what's been going on. Yeah. I'm having a great holiday. On the upside, though, for my Christmas, I got to see a couple of people that I haven't seen in about 5 or 6, maybe 10 years. I got to see my aunt and her daughter, who's my cousin. I got to see my dad. I got to see the house, and I got to go fly on an airplane for the first time in about 10 years. Yeah, but there are some good things. I got a lot of things for Christmas that were nice. Not a lot of things that were not a lot of things, but the one or two things that I did get were nice. My sister got me, gosh, I don't have the box anymore because I ate them all, but they're the mini dark chocolate mint stars that are sold at Trader Joe's. My sister got me a box of those for Christmas, because she went with me to see my mom, and she's just been totally in the same whirlpool as everybody else has been in, so she hasn't had time to do just about anything. So she basically got like 6 boxes of those, because we were out of them in San Jose. So while we were down at Palm Springs, we actually were able to find out that they don't sell them at all there, or people don't buy them, so they've got a lot of them down there. So we were able to get a lot of boxes of those. I got a box, my 2 nieces got a box, my sister got a box, my dad got a box, and my sister bought herself a box as well. So that's what I got for Christmas from her. And I got a $50 gift card from my dad, which went to, basically went to buying things for the house, basically is what it went to. I also bought myself a camera body, a Nikon camera body, and I'm looking to buy a lens for it. I know lenses can be expensive, but I'm just looking for a basic model. You guys have any idea of what kind of basic models I could get into? That'd be great if I could find one that's cheaper than anything else. But yeah, I've been looking at eBay and things like that, and I've got a really good camera right now. It's not a digital one, but it's a good one. So that was my Christmas present to me. And then my sister got me a really cute knitting book that I'm going to show you maybe later in my book reviews, which I'm going to start up again. I started doing those just as soon as everything began to hit the fan, so those will start up again. I've got lots of books to go through that I've already read up to 1,000 books this year at this point, so I can do a lot of book reviews. So I'll get back on that. I don't know when I'm going to be scheduling those, but I'm going to be working on those. So I'm going to get back on the horse eventually and just get my life together, get shit together, and move on. Okay? So, nice talking to you guys, and see you guys later, and I'll stop rambling now, and hope you guys have a good week, month, year, whatever.